This is a message to the government, expressing what's exactly on the people's mind. Twakola ebinyigiriza obulamu bwaffe na buli kitumalako eddembe lyaffe. Uganda etambula edda mabega, kituuse n'okutwetamya eggwanga lyaffe. Mulimba mutufuga bubi nnyo nammwe, kale tetuganye mwalwana mu nsiko. Naye gw'omwana gwe wasanga nga tannazaalibwa kati naye yazaala nadda. Kino mukiŋŋambire muzeeyi abamutukako, saba ne bazeeyi banne bamugambeko. Eno ensonga nkyamu nnyo gyalemeddeko kati eggwanga lyonna lyenyamidde. Bagambe yalinga demokulasi mwamubuluka kati yafuuka na hipokulisi. Bagambe yali fundamental change mwagizaala wakati mugifudde no change. Bagamba kyensongeza abalwanya kati mwazibukako nammwe mukola biri ebyabali. Bakusaba nti constitution yaabwe togikwatako kuba mwe musigadde essuubi lyabwe. I say we are fighting for freedom. Kampala Mukodombale Jinja. We are fighting for freedom.
Mwebale nnyo okusalawo okujja okuwagira eggwanga lyammwe Uganda. Mwebale nnyo okwerekereza obudde ne mujja mubeerewo nga tuwuliriza omukiise wa paliyamenti yaffe ye Uganda, Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, also known as Bobi Wine. Bannayuganda gye twagawala nnyo. We are saying, I'm going to interchangeably using these two languages. Please, Musasiri. Maybe because I'm excited. But we came from a long journey. They are saying it's about 7,000 miles to come to the US. But we still have roots in Uganda. That's why we're taking this opportunity to welcome Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, who is a member of the Parliament of Uganda, who visited Uganda, who visited the United States, coming in the same way. You may identify yourself as one who came to the US the same way Kyagulanyi came. Maybe you came because someone punished you. Maybe you came because someone looted your property. Maybe you came because you were inflicted upon. Today we are sharing the cause. In a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be welcoming Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, and I'm going to ask you and appeal to you that we all stand
yes, okay, it's up to you.
In a way of respect, as we welcome Honorable Kyagulanyi, who will inform you as I will be reading 1, 2, 3 when that time arrives. Bannange banna Uganda, those are what to sobrate and go bitukwatako obokuwuliriza bannaffe abatukiikirira. We have the opportunity to ask Mr. Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi what we want him to represent us about all when he goes back to Uganda. This is the theme of our gathering today. You raised your voices, you spoke up when Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi was beaten up.
Oh, really?
You rose up and said Kyagulanyi should be treated.
Okay.
Remember,
like it?
there is no hospital that can treat, that would be in position to treat Kyagulanyi. Therefore, if you were in the same boat, or your parents, your dear ones, who are still in Uganda, they don't have any hospital where they can go to get treated. These are some of the lines that we are moving into. Talk about human rights and human values, torture, the experience that Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi went through. These are the topics of tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let us stand up in support and appreciation, welcoming Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi.
Republic of Uganda and the other from the United States of America. Let's start the national anthem with the one from the Republic of Uganda. Thank you so much. And someone in the machines, please give us the national anthem of Uganda.
Who's that? Come on.
Thank you so much. And right now, let's go straight to the national anthem of the United States, the Star, as you know. Thank you so much. We are getting it.
God bless America, please. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light shines from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Where would you go?
Thank you so much. You can have your seat. Thank you so much. Senator Uganda. From the Honorable Member of Parliament, and you know what he went through. But this is what I want to tell you. We know why we are here. This is not a violent organization. It's not a violent movement. We are here because we are concerned about mother country Uganda. We don't want the price of dissent to be tortured. We want to talk if there is stuff happening in our country. We want a Uganda where our kids have a decent education, a decent meal, and they are safe in their country. We want a Uganda, if you have an opposing view, it's not a crime. That is the Uganda that we want. We want a Uganda where a president comes and goes and we can change power without shedding blood. That's the Uganda that I know all of you are looking forward to. You may ask yourself, what is people power? To me, people power is people's response to the dictatorship in Uganda, where Ugandans are saying enough is enough. We must take control of our country. We must put our country in the hands of the young people that have the vision that can dream and dream better. That's the Uganda we are working towards. And I know Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, he went through whatever he went through because he rose up and spoke. And today, we are going to be hearing from him. But before we proceed, I would like to dedicate this town hall meeting in the hands of the Almighty. And I'm going to be inviting Sheikh Mayanja to take over from here as we commit this meeting into the hands of God. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
People power. Our power. People power. Our power. People power. Your Honorable Kyagulanyi, Honorable Kyagulanyi, tulina essanyu lya nsusso okulaba nti otusuulidde omwoyo okujja wano okututegeeza ku nsonga ezifa ewaffe. Naffe tuli beetegefu nga bw'otulaba bandi bakyajja okubeera nga bawuliriza ebigambo bye. Baganda bange b'obudde obufunda, mu kitiibwa enzijidde kyakusabira mukolo guno n'okusabira eggwanga. Right. Tuteekwa okumanya baganda bange nti tuba tusabira eggwanga tumanye lwaki tulisabira olw'ensonga ezo buli omu kati z'amanyi ku ssaawa eno ezitakyalina nti zeekwese eri omuntu yenna. Abakulembeze b'amadiini oba abagoberezi ffenna nga bwe tuli wano tuli bantu abagoberera eddiini zaffe ez'enjawulo. Tulina ebibiina ebigamba nti toyinza gatta ddiini na politics. But that is wrong. That is wrong.
That's true.
Awatali politics, awatali ddiini biteekwa okutambulira wamu. Era bawa ebifaananyi bibiri then tusobole okulanga lwaki tusaba batusabira eggwanga lyaffe. Kisooka ku sayidi yaffe tewali nti osabira ddiini gundi oba gundi wabula osabira eggwanga lyaffe. Omukulembeze waffe nabbi waffe Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam bwe yatuuka nga yakasibwako obubaka nga babonyaabonyeze bwe yakwata abantu n'abasindika Habasha ewandiwadde wayitibwa mu Ethiopia. Ensonga eyamutumisa abantu abaava e Makka yali emu olwokuba ensi eyo yalimu obwenkanyankanya. Ffenna tetulwanirira wano olwaleero bwenkanyankanya mu nsi yaffe obulabika nti bwaggwaawo tebukyaliwo. Era ensonga lwaki tuli wano si kubeera nti oli wano ogenda kukwata mundu wabula oyagala adaala obwenkanyankanya bubeere mu nsi yaffe. Ekyokubiri, nabbi waffe Muhammad bwe yabeera e Madiina nga yakayingirayo ku nsonyi okukwata ku sayidi y'Obusiraamu, bwe yatuukayo yasooka ekintu kimu nga tannayita abantu kujoyininga ddiini ye, yabagamba yagatta wakati wa famire ebbiri ezaali zirwanaganye emyaka 40 nga tannabagamba nti mujje muyingire eddiini mukkirize Katonda wano. Yagatta wakati w'abantu ababiri okubeera ng'ateekawo obwenkanyankanya. Ekyokusatu, olutalo olugambibwa nti yali alwana abeere ngazza embeera mu nteeko kyali ntiyaddidde olutalo olwasooka yali addira ebintu ebyamanyagwako nga babagobye Makka okugenda e Madiina n'agenda mu lutalo olwo okubeera ng'ayagala okuddiza abantu baabwe ebintu byabwe ebyo bakatakakatako okubeera nti byabwe baabe bajjako namaanyi. Wano we tuyimiridde baganda bange nti olwaleero gwe nange tewali atalina buzibu back home okubeera nti waliwo either you or your family or a relative or a friend of yours are losing one of his property. Mu kulwana kuno mulimu okufa, mulimu okufiirwa, mulimu okubonyaabonyezebwa nga muganda waffe ebintu byeyatuuseeko. Mu lutalo luno mulimu okubeera mulimu sacrifice gye yatukoledde muganda waffe olwaleero gye tulaba nti ye yatuukiddwako ebizibu naye si ku lulwe wabula ku lwaffe ffenna. Lwaki tuli wano tunoonya bwenkanyankanya? I guess each of you here toli wano okujjako onyoonya kubeera ng'ofuna obwenkanyankanya ku mbeera eyimiriddewo e Uganda. Kisooka tuweereza ssente wano bulijjo bwe nange ne zigenda ne zituuka abaana ne tubaweerera ne end of the day ne bamala okusoma ne babuga ekyokukola. Muganda waffe ekimuleese wano kulwanirira ddembe eryo kyomwana gwoweeredde n'avayo mu university tagenda kgenda mu wino kutunda ngatto na kutunda bugoye yensonga lwaki ali wano kyagenda okulwanirira. Tunoonya bwenkanyankanya otoyange ekisembayo nga situnaba kusaba yensonga lwaki nyinyonyodde ebintu bino tumanye lwaki tusabira eggwanga lyaffe. Oyinza okusaba obusabi naye nga tomanyi why you ask Allah to help us. Omutonzi mu bintu byasinga okubeera nga assaako nnyo essira omuntu agenda okubeera nga yagenda okubeera ku mulyango okusooka ye mukulembeze omwenkanyankanya. Kati omukulembeze omwenkanyankanya yoyo gwe tunoonya okubeera nga dda mu bigere by'omukulembeze atali mwenkanyankanya. N'olw'ensonga eyo baganda bange njagala twegattire wamu nga tugenda okusaba kyetunoonya mu kyo bwe bwenkanyankanya. Abaana baffe, bakadde baffe, baganda baffe, ab'emikwano bali mu kubeera nti balyazaamaaniziddwa mu ebyo bye bateekwa okubeera nga bibaweebwa. Nsaba ffenna tusseeyo omwoyo nga tugenda okusoma ebigambo bino wammanga. Bismillahi rrahmani rrahim. Ayi Mukama Katonda awaliridde eggulu n'ensi, tukusaba nga tukwegayirira mu kaseera kano, mu kuŋŋaana kwaffe kuno, mu kulumwa kwaffe, mu buzibu bwe tulimu, mu bwetaavu bwe tulimu, mu kubonaabona mwe tutambulira, tukusaba ayi Mukama Katonda okusaasira okusookera ddala kufa abali wano, otuwe obusobozi mu ngeri yonna etusobola okubeera nga tudduukiriramu.
From the community that are going to be speaking, and each one of them, I'm just going to give them 5 minutes to talk to you. Then one of my organizers will invite the honorable to speak to you. So right now, let me take this opportunity to invite our one and only sister, Shalin Nabulime, to come up and say a word or two to the Ugandan community. Shalin Nabulime, you are welcome. Where is my sister Shalin Nabulime? She's coming. That is one of our own who is running for office in the United States of America. She's going to be speaking just only in 5 minutes, and she will introduce the gentleman who is coming with her. Thank you so much. Yes.
Salam alaikum. Sheikh Mayanja, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, ladies and gentlemen, what an honor and a privilege it is for me to be here with you today. What an honor and a privilege it is to share the same stage with a hero, an esteemed member of parliament, a freedom fighter, a voice for the voiceless, and a selfless leader who, in his own words, is willing to die trying. In his interview with Scott Simon, he describes the Pearl of Africa as a country where life doesn't mean a thing anymore. This is not the Uganda we know. This is not the Uganda we know and love. That is why we're here today. And we're not alone. People in this community, like my friend and neighbor Alex, are with us. Alex works for the Harvard Negotiation Project. He's here with us. Alex, where are you? Thank you. Many people like Alex are with us. We're not in this fight together. So, we're not in this fight alone. We're together, and I'm grateful for people like him. And there's more. There's our mayor. There are other councillors in Waltham, and a slew of people who we can count on just to be a support and a resource. Honorable Chagulanyi, we are proud of the stance that you have taken, and we don't take your actions or fight lightly. When the historians pen this, they will write about a man who saw injustice and inhumane atrocities against his people and had the courage to fight. My name is Shalin Nabulime, and I'm a candidate for City Council right here in Ward 6 in Waltham. I am running because I believe that government should work for the people. I am running with a different approach to governance, one of openness, transparency, and inclusivity. So when you cast your vote for me, you're casting a vote for representation. You're casting a vote. You're casting a vote that people back home can't cast. You're casting a vote for open, transparent, and inclusive government. And I am so proud of our sense of community. I'm so proud of the fact that we are able to be Americans while maintaining our Ugandan culture. I'm so grateful, lastly, I'm so grateful for our ability to mobilize and organize around the issues that matter to us, especially the reason why we're here today. Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, our people, our power.
Don't forget to vote in November. You'll see her on the ballot.
No.
I'm sorry.
September 25th. It's a crazy special election, smack dab in the middle of the state election. So the special election is September 25th. Get out and vote because your vote matters. And by the way, this seat was lost once by just 6 votes. So I need each and every one of you. Please get out and vote. Let your voice be heard here so that our people can be encouraged. Thank you.
We are trying to really catch up on time because we lost some time, but that's okay. We have one of our own elders. Before I invite him to say a word or two, just for only 5 minutes, I would like to acknowledge and to thank the volunteer team. We call it the People Power team that has been behind this with our Muslim brothers who really did this marvelous on a very short notice to organize this town hall meeting. So thank you so much, the volunteer team. Some of them are seated there. Some of them don't want to be mentioned by name, but they know themselves. They have done a great work. Thank you so much. There's things I want to take out of the way. We have 2 boxes. You know that things cannot move without money. And money is one of those toughest things they talk about. But you know that we need money. We need money for lawyers, we need money for medical expenses, we need money for those that are still in jail. So those boxes are going to be on the outside. You can read, you can go over there, read and see which box you can drop something. Okay, the boxes are there. So every penny is going to the cause. Now this volunteer team is taking a penny because we are here to fight a just cause.
Right here.
Thank you so much. In our midst, we have religious leaders, and they'll be invited later when the Honorable is done speaking. But right now, let me take this opportunity to invite Pastor Balinda as one of our elders to come and say a word or two. And Pastor, 5 minutes, give us 5 minutes because the Honorable is supposed to be flying out. So, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was invited to speak as an elder on behalf of all Ugandans who are here. As Ugandans, we want to welcome Honorable Chagulanyi. Can you wave to Honorable Chagulanyi and welcome him? I've been given 5 minutes and I want to use it wisely. Now, as Ugandans in Boston, we are citizens of Uganda, and some of us, we are citizens of the United States. Some of you have what we call dual citizenship. Others, you are in the process. There is one thing that we've learned when we are here. When you are a citizen, you have rights and privileges. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have a right to vote. You have a right to demonstrate when things are not right. You have a right, there are rights. And I believe in Uganda, Uganda has got a constitution and there are rights. Now, as Ugandans in diaspora, we want to use our rights to voice ourselves. And this is one of the ways for us to voice ourselves. And we want to take this opportunity as we are on the air to tell every Ugandan in Uganda that as a Ugandan citizen, you have a right to do everything within your citizenship, and that's what Honorable Kyagulanyi is doing. Can you clap for him? We are not trying to revolt. We are not trying to cause rebellion. We want to ask our leaders in Uganda that as Ugandans, we don't have to be prosecuted when we speak. We want to request the present president that he has been in power for 32 years. He has served 3 generations. Your generation is 40 years. And it's time for change. He served my father, he has served me, and he has served our sons. Now he's trying to serve our grandchildren. Is that fair? No. So that's why we are here. Honorable Kyagulanyi, sir, Mr. Kyagulanyi, we want you to take back the message to the Ugandan parliament, to everybody, that the Ugandans in diaspora, they have a voice and you have to listen to them. No Ugandan should be prosecuted. We want a free Uganda whereby every Ugandan has a right, especially our children who are born here. They are also Ugandans. We want to leave a good legacy. 2018 should be a year to turn things around. So I thank you by saying, please, we respect every opposition. There might be some people here who are opposing. Don't take any pictures, don't prosecute anybody. And please, in Uganda, we in diaspora, don't live under fear and intimidation. This is the land of the free. You are free here. So God has mind,
Equal power. Thank you so much. That's one of our own in the community. Here's the thing. We are not going to relent. We are not going to back down. We are going to continue to press on until our country is free. That's what I want to tell the people in Uganda. Thank you so much. Because of the limited nature of time, I'm going to be inviting Sheikh Dumba just for a minute. Then he will take us into the next session where he will invite the Honorable Member of Parliament to speak to us. After that, we'll have a Q&A session where questions will be asked. Now, the question must be precise and brief. We are not going to intimidate anyone. We are not going to advocate for violence.
Excuse me. The youth were 80% of the total population of Uganda. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
have youth on your program. What's happening?
Thank you so much. The Honorable is coming. He will address some of those issues. Now, one other thing. Bostonians, I love you so much. One other thing, Bostonians. The Honorable Member of Parliament, community members, the Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, through the advice of his doctors, is not going to be shaking hands, and you know why? Because the doctors have cautioned him not to shake hands because of the fear of infection. I'm just putting that out. So he won't be shaking hands, so don't be disappointed if he doesn't shake your hand. Is that okay? Okay. Let me take this opportunity. The youth are going to ask questions. Don't worry about that. Let me take this opportunity to invite the one and only Sheikh Dumba, and he'll take it from here. Thank you so much.
People power! People power! Our power! People power! Ladies and gentlemen, again, let me take this opportunity to thank you all for coming and sparing this time to come and be with us this night, or this evening. And I'll be addressing Honorable Robert Jaguani directly, and I'll be sending a message from Muslims in the diaspora through Honorable Jaguani to the Parliament of Uganda. We in the US have been taught, and we are good students, that's where we come most of the time. In the US, we are told that we can demonstrate.
Yes.
In the US, we are told that we have our rights.
Yes.
There are 193 nations under the United Nations that are signatory to embracing and keeping and promoting basic human rights, including the right to worship, including the right to associate, including the right to move, and including the right to pay back to our nation. Honorable Chagulanyi, my name is Abdallah Dumba. I want to put it on record because I know it's going on record. A Ugandan by birth, a citizen of the United States. Most of my parents, never in life has my parents touched the land in the US. They were all Ugandans. They died in Uganda. My eldest children are all in Uganda. I have some roots that are untouchable, unbreakable with Uganda. And so I think, and I'm sure that every Ugandan that is in the diaspora today, we share the same. We all love our dearest Uganda because that's where we came from. We would not be known. We would not be known here in the US. They know us because we are people from Uganda. Let me inform you, Honorable Chagulanyi, that today, in this hour, you are sitting in Little Kampala. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, ono ye Kampala waffe, waliwo amatooke gaffe, waliwo lumonde, waliwo gogo ya muwogo, amayuuni, byonna tubirina ne ssemutundu. Naye tusigala tukyayagala lwaki tubiyita olw'ensonga twagala okusigaza akazalandira ku nsi yaffe. Ensi yaffe ebanga terina mirembe, tutya, tukaaba, tukoyinca n'eggulo ne tuweereza ssente. We are the second investors, number 2 investors. Ugandans in the diaspora, they were second investors for Uganda. You are the number 2 investors in Uganda because even a person that arrived yesterday is sending dollars to Uganda to support their family members. But let me go to the point. And I'm going to mention these names just for us to think about them. And if you have anything that you can do to remember them and include them in our prayers. In April, on the 20th day, around evening time, Sheikh Abdul Karim Sentam was gunned mercilessly, was killed. I have connections, pardon me and allow me to create that relationship that is personal between me and all these individuals. He was my schoolmate. We both studied in Saudi Arabia. We studied in Uganda. He went back to Uganda. He taught, up to now, people whom he taught are still teaching. But he was gunned down. No report has been ever presented to the Muslim community, leave alone his father, neither to his mother, neither to the children that he left behind. And I'm sure the last homework that I did, government of Uganda, and let me forward this to Honorable Chagulanyi, the Parliament of Uganda, I'm going to hold you responsible if they don't go visit the family of Abdul Karim Sentam. On June 2012, just 2 months later, Sheikh Abubakar Kiwewa was also gunned down. On December the 25th of 2014, Abdul Qadir Muwaya in the eastern part of Uganda was also killed by gun. December 28th of 2014, imagine, they target two sheikhs, two Muslim clerics every year. At the beginning, either in the middle or the end of the year. Sheikh Mustafa Bahiga was also gunned down. May 2015, Abdul Rashid Wafula was also gunned down. June the 30th, 2015, Hassan Chidia gunned down. The gentleman who used to be a sheikh, who was considered to be a rebel, who decided to go and partner with President Museveni, Sheikh Muhammad Chigundu, gave him all his life and said, I'm going to serve for the nation. The plan was to gun him down. Chigundu gunned down, and lately, the young man, the blood of Uganda, someone that's serving under to secure Ugandans, a young policeman, Muhammad Chirumira, is paid by a bullet. To all of those people, for all of those people, the Muslims have this message to the government of Uganda. They have to produce a list of every single person. President Museveni has to produce a list of every Ugandan, every Muslim that was killed, and invite the family members that paid them and tell them this is the reason. Bring that person in front of that family and let them speak directly to the kids of those gentlemen and say, this was the reason why we killed your dad. I think that would be fair. Yassini Kauma, a young man who said, I'll stay next to my brother, the young blood. I'm an old fella. I'm old. I'm not able to go and run, do whatever they do, Honorable Chagulanyi. But if a young blood stands up and says that I'm going to fight for for the nation, fight for Uganda, not hitting anyone, but through the bullet and you kill that person. This is the message, ladies and gentlemen. We have to say, to call this to its end and say enough is enough. Honorable Chagulanyi, I know you are one, but I know here that you have 10, maybe 15 other members of parliament. But maybe they are scared to stand up and speak the way you speak. But I want to give every single one some good news. That your day will come and no one will stop it. Yes. When that day comes, no one will come and intercede and say, no, you cannot go. You will have to go. Muhammad Chirumira said that if you speak, you die. And if you don't speak, you die. And he indeed was killed. Muslims do not defy the fact that people die. We don't deny it. We believe we have to die. Actually, Muslims do believe death is death. But the nature and the circumstances under which someone is killed, that's where the question arises. Honorable Chagulanyi, we'll give you a package. This is coming from the Muslims in the diaspora. I'm here in the US, but I can guarantee you that I'm speaking for all Muslims in the diaspora. But more than that, I'm speaking for all Ugandans. Kawesi was a fighter, was a protector of all Ugandans. Regardless of his belief, regardless of his tribe, these people don't deserve to die, to be killed using a bullet. Honorable Chagulanyi, please be the voice, and we shall pray. And that's our Almighty God to help you and lead you through the journey together with those people that are traveling with you. When your time comes, you will also go. But better go when you have done something. We believe today you have done some part. You played your part. And we believe if you are to depart, let it be. That's going to be God's decree. Nothing can change it. Ladies and gentlemen, muzikirize banange nkomewa nali badde na bingi naye message yaffe egende direct for President Museveni to Ugandans, Muslims all over the diaspora demanding death. And these people have to be brought to maaso g'abaana b'abantu abo bazadde baabwe babategeeze lwaki abantu abo bonna battibwa, because no one is following them today. We have to stand for them. Thank you so much again, Mukulu Kyagulanyi, for coming. Thank you, organizers, for organizing this. And please, Monsoni Uropa, to but I'm emotional sometimes. When you're emotional, you don't control yourself, but I think I have controlled myself. Thank you so much Bobi wine, oh yeah! Chagulanyi, Bobi wine, oh yeah! Sake, oh yeah! Samanyana, oh yeah! President Museveni, please! Ladies and gentlemen, the youth were complaining. We see abasajja bakulu, but this is one of yours. He's one of you. So please listen attentively and please take the message and carry it far and beyond.
Excuse me.
Listen to this. I say we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. Listen to this. Listen. Kimanye nti okununula eggwanga kituuka katako abaana ba Uganda fena. Era manya nti wetunuulira ebikyamulo nsirike eyo naffe abakulwanirako gwe nosirikire omuzeeyi tumutabuti naye nga twakuba. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say I am overwhelmed. Many times I've come to Boston as a musician, and I must say it has always been fun. And yes, I will be lying if I said I don't miss my old life. I miss my old life. It was so much fun to have, so much money to make, but so little a difference to make. I am humbled to be talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad to have been one of the consumers of the wise words from the elders we had. And indeed, I had the complaints from the young people, but I must say that until we got leaders who are elders but don't behave like elders, we always benefited from the wise counsel of elders. And indeed, we still hold our elders in very high esteem, in very high regard, especially the cautious and on-point elders. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not intend initially to meet many people because that was the advice of my doctors and my family. They thought I needed some time to myself. But because I also know that it was not just the power of humanity but the power of God that I'm still able to talk to you today. So I planned to have prayers with my brothers in Boston in church. And being a Catholic, it was planned, and indeed I was in church earlier today. But also knowing that I'm a grandson of Haji Musa Kanawa in Masaka. Yes, my mother comes from a Muslim family. And it is not a mistake that most of my closest friends are Muslims. Nobian Lee is a Muslim. Adam is a Muslim. Musa Semakula is a Muslim. Yasini Kauma, who took the bullets that were made for me, is a Muslim, and many other guys. So that is the connection that I had, and indeed, having talked to some of my closest friends in Boston, we had to have a conversation with my Muslim brothers and sisters, especially at a very sensitive time like this. But again, I was very encouraged by the open-heartedness and tolerance of the Muslims here, who themselves suggested that this should not be a meeting of only Muslims, but all brothers and sisters who share the same aspiration.
So that is how we've ended up here. In church, I got the opportunity to communicate in my mother language. And indeed that was chance for me to save enough English for this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you and I bring warm greetings from home. Especially my Muslim brothers, allow me to salute you in a special way. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to thank you, all of you, Ugandans in Boston, Ugandans across America, Ugandans in the diaspora, in other parts of the world, and yes, Ugandans back home who I know are watching us, for standing with us in the cause, for standing with us when we try to raise the voices of reason, when we try to highlight the plight of Ugandans. I must say that maybe I wouldn't be alive if you did not exert the pressure that you exerted. You guys may not know, but you actually saved my life. You enabled me to travel here, but you continue to save the lives of the people back home. It's at this time again that I want to send my thoughts and kind regards to our comrades who continue to suffer. Some are in hospital, some are in jail, and yes, some died. We lost my brother Yasin Kauma. I'm sorry if I mention him again and again and again. We lost a very close friend and brother, Afande Muhammad Chirumira. We lost a brother called Serungaya. This is a guy that the world will never know. He was just a few classes ahead of me in our school in Gomba, in Bukaraji. This guy was dragged from his house and shot, dead. And of course many brothers whose names I don't even have of head, the guys who are killed in Mityana, and many, many other people that continue to suffer in our country. Please don't get them out of your prayers and thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said initially, I used to be just an artist, having my fun. Every time I came to Boston or to other parts of America, it was a business of signing autographs, walking with my swagger, doing my music and making money. And yes, like I said earlier, I still miss that old life. But I decided that it will not just be entertainment, it will be edutainment. And I took it a notch higher, and I dared to believe that we people can, each one individually, play a role in the liberation of our country. Why do we talk about our country? Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I want you to know that I am not here to teach you anything new. You know what I am talking about. Many of you happen to be in America, not simply because you don't like home, but because what is happening home is not what you feel you deserve. And you jump on that plane because your mind is thinking bigger. Because when you're in Uganda, where you are is not who you are. Because you are searching for what they call greener pastures. That's why you are here. And that is how we have ended up losing some of the best brains in our country, some of the best talents in our country, because our country does not reward talent. That is the state of our country, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you leave home because of the injustices. Many of you leave home because of the numerous tortures. I was so humbled to see that the world got up in arms over my torture, and yet when I look at the torture of other people, particularly the Muslim clerics, my condition is put to shame. Yes, you've seen it, and I'm not saying this because it's Muslims that invited me, but we've seen many unmentioned cases of Muslim clerics coming to court limping, and it does not even make it to the news bulletins. I was talking with my friend after they assassinated the Honorable Abiriga, may his soul rest in peace. He made a tweet and said, just a few minutes after Abiriga was shot, he said, if you are Muslim and you live near Kawanda, run. Because that is a soft target. That is the kind of country where we live, where corruption is the order of the day, where extrajudicial killings is the order of the day. And indeed, the president, in his recent State of the Nation address, he mentioned that he knows some of the killers. He just didn't explain why they're not apprehended. That is the country where we live, ladies and gentlemen. So many of you who are here, what is happening home, you know it. Many of you are more knowledgeable than myself. I'm only glad that the ghetto people where I come from raised me and gave me the opportunity to be able to address you, ladies and gentlemen. And it is that opportunity that I try to use. That opportunity that I want to try and maximize. Every given opportunity in my life, at least for as long as I live. So ladies and gentlemen, when you see me talking to you today, it's not out of fun. I don't enjoy this. No, I don't. There's not even instrumental. There's no music. It's not fun. I don't like it. But because this is where we are pushed. It's because every day my children are growing and I want them to live in a better country. It's because nobody is saved. And maybe it's because I've been silent for a very, very long time. So ladies and gentlemen, you may wonder why we struggle. What is our purpose? Some friend asked me after all this, a friend who loved me very much, said, Bobi, mana tukwagala nechichi. Said, Bobi, we love you, but I mean, you have a successful music career and you're a member of parliament. Why don't you just embark on your big music career and your parliamentary salary and enjoy what you call a comfortable life? I mean, Bobi, you've made it. You have votes that you don't drive. You have money that you don't spend. What is your problem? Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at the life of the people where I grew up from, the many friends that I miss only once a year or once in 2 years, or if I spend 3-4 years without coming to America, then I won't see them. In those 4 years, I was chatting with my friend Laban today. I always take silly jokes with my friends. And I told him, man, it's like you're dead. And he also said, yeah, Bobi, it's like you're dead, because we never see each other. We just meet once in 2, 3, 4 years. We lost that which turned out to be a privilege. Now, we don't see each other because conditions don't allow it. So, looking at all that, ladies and gentlemen, we struggle because we looked ahead of where we are. And this is what we see when we close our eyes. Even amidst pain, even amidst challenges, when we close our eyes, we envision a Uganda that is comfortable for everybody. A Uganda that offers equal opportunity for everybody, regardless of who you know or where you come from, regardless of your tribe, your religion, or your political party. That is why we struggle. In a Uganda where I will come and comfortably say what I believe, and you're not going to come and beat me up. I want to live in a Uganda where you work hard, you are assured that you're going to be rewarded. A kind of Uganda where when you hustle in America and you ship things back home, they're not overtaxed. We want a Uganda where when I go back to the ghetto, I know that those girls who I went to school with are not going to die giving birth simply because there are no gloves or cheap things like those in hospitals. That is a country that we want. A country generally where people reign supreme, where leaders are servants of people, not vice versa. But today in Uganda, the gun is the master and all citizens are slaves. Okay? It does not work like that. America has more guns than us, but the people reign supreme. So that's the kind of country that we want. Unfortunately, that is not the country that we have. Back home we live in fear. You cannot even expose a crime because exposing a crime is seen as committing a crime. And that is why we lost Chirumira, and we continue to lose people like that. We want to live in a country where we are not ruled by fear. In a country where we are free. Because it is achievable. It is not magic. That is what we were promised in 1986. So ladies and gentlemen, when you see us struggling, we're not just having fun. We're not doing it for fun. Okay? We are raising a voice and we're trying to reach out to everybody because we know everybody has a role to play in this. And when we thought, we realized that we've been promised the same thing since independence. Regime after regime, regime after regime, each one promises a fundamental change. Until we realize that the only solution is not to bank on individuals, but on all the people. After all, we are trying to make people reign supreme. Nobody is going to give us that. We are going to get ourselves that, and we are going to get it, all of us. And that brings me to what you're chatting. People power. Our power. Ladies and gentlemen, it was out of casual conversations with fellow young people in Uganda, and all the conversations we hold backstage with friends, and we envisioned that we need to harness that unifying spirit, that unifying aspirations, because we have the same hopes and indeed same fears. And that is how we came up with the idea of people power. Because people power is our power. And our power is people power. Gun power cannot liberate us. Gun power continues to enslave us. Because it gives power to the guns. But people power gives power to the people. And who are the people? We are the people. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to assert again that people power is not about Bobi Wine. Don't even get it wrong. I am only here as one of the over 40 million Ugandans who are oppressed. Our country has been divided between oppressors and the oppressed, where the oppressed are very few, but oppressing us, who are actually very many, keeping us in terrible conditions. You guys who live in America, you will say with me that here in America, even if you're broke, your poverty only stops in your house. But when you walk out of your house, you start enjoying the wealth of the It even makes you forget how broke you are until you get back to your house. But back home in Uganda, no matter how rich you are, your richness stops in your house. Once you walk out of your house, you start facing the poverty of the entire country. The smell, the dust, the bad road, the insecurity, everything. That is not what we want. No, we want better. And to achieve that, it is not going to take one person. It is going to take all of us. For so many years we have trusted individuals to liberate us. President Museveni today claims tells us stories like Naike Soloyange, I went and killed my animal and I want to kill. He even goes ahead to disrespect us and tells us he, at his age, is bearing the vision of all of us. Why? Because we let him. Okay? So we don't need another big daddy, no. Another Messiah, no. We don't need another Savior, no. And this is to tell my brothers and sisters who have been thinking that they make me happy when they call me a Savior. I am nobody's Savior, I am just one of you. It does not make sense if we don't stand together, but if we stand together, we make a point because we are equally as important as each other. Do not leave it to us. Don't leave it to me. Okay? I was arrested, beaten, and incarcerated. I was not even able to read a single Facebook post or a tweet or even to read newspapers. But you made it happen even without me. That you must not underestimate your ability. Even as we go back home, I know they plan so many evil plans for me. But I want you to know that for as long as you stand, it does not matter what they do to a few of us. The power of the people has started and it cannot be stopped. I know that our government does not know how to deal with us. They don't know how to deal with us. It has never happened. We have never been as united as we are. We have never seen so many young people with one voice and one resolve. They don't know how to deal with us. They don't know what to tell us. They cannot lie to us anymore. Okay? They cannot intimidate us anymore. They cannot block our voices anymore. They cannot silence us anymore. You see, of late I have seen some desperate measures by the government. They've struggled so much to label us a violent group of people. I want to make this clear. We are not a violent group of people. We despise violence. Okay? We are not violent. The state wants us to be labeled violent because violence is the only language they know. Okay? They are the masters of violence. Okay? So they want to label us violent so that they can respond to us with violence. Okay? They want to provoke us into violence so that they do what? They find reason to kill us. But we are smarter than them. And I want at this juncture to also inform you I will remind you that the Minister of Security was on national TV and he called us terrorists because we advocate for people power. But to me that should make us glad because even the great Nelson Mandela was labeled a terrorist by the apartheid regime. Okay? They've gone ahead, I am informed, to print t-shirts which are red, to plant people among us, to throw stones and cause chaos so that they can respond to us with bullets. I am calling upon you, my brothers, especially those at home, do not fall in their trap. Let us continue to be smarter than them. And yes, you have seen the head of state moving with bags of money. We've seen them move with bags of money, our money. Okay? Taking it to the ghetto people to buy them into silence because they don't know how to deal with us. But I also said to them that Mzee, twagala si kutuwaayo buwingi twagala tuwaayo buli kaswazi naye nga tetwagala oyo kyolole gwe batuwa naye nga zonna zisobole okubeereza ffe ate omulimu gwazo si gwakugabayo bugabi wabula kukola programu zezigenda otugira ddala mu mbeera eyo kutuwomesa kutuja mulamwa indeed all people that have had the rare opportunity. Finally, I want to call upon you, brothers and sisters, to continue being assertive. I mentioned it that you guys are special ones. Back home, we hold each one of you in high regard. Because, yes, the money that they are using to oppress us, they are actually borrowing that money in our names. And it is us and our children and our children's children who are going to pay that money. So I want you guys to continue raising your voices. I just spoke to the mayor of Waltham, and she's helping us raise our voice in the necessary offices. And indeed, I've spoken to a few leaders. I'd rather just you see the results. Because Uganda is not an isolated case, ladies and gentlemen. We are part of the family of nations, and for a long time our development partners have actually been coming off as partners in crime. So keep asserting your voices. Go to your congressmen and congresswomen. Go to the necessary offices. We'll be in touch with your leaders, and also you don't leave it to us. Let everybody do what they can do. And ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to liberate ourselves sooner than later. Njagala okwebaza okumpuliriza abasebo ne bannyabo. Newankubadde ebiri waka biri unpredictable, newankubadde gavumenti yaffe eri mu kukankana era eri mu kutya okw'amaanyi, ate omuntu atidde abeera dangerous nnyo. Nasazeewo nti nze nzirayo waffe Kyaddondo. Nzirayo Uganda, newankubadde omusango gwe bataddeko singa gutusinga kabakalamba, naye tuddayo waka kubanga tukimanyi nti be tutya ate batutya nnyo, era tukimanyi nti people power is stronger than people in power. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank the team that has been so patriotic. All the colleagues that I cannot mention. I thank the Muslim leaders. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala kutukyaza abakadde baffe, mwebale kutuli owamyoyo, mugende mu maaso nga muyimirira ku mazima. Lazima tujja kutuuka gye twagala okutuuka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Okay. Listen. Now this campaign will go to the young people there. Listen to me. All the young people in the house. All the young people in the house. I just want to remind you that you're stronger than you imagine. Mbasaba tuwe mu ggwanga ettola yenga are the country, we are the future, we are the change we badly need. We are the youngest population in the world, we stand a chance. We are the leaders of the future, and the future is today. If we only come together, we can chase this man away. Come together, we can chase this man away. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the warm welcome and thank you for the motivation and the support and everything that came from that side to him. Let that be a message to every single Ugandan out there that the youth are taking over. But that's why they're here also. I want to say something and send a message to all. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, please lend me your ears. Bannange bwe twabaze n'omwana abaana bali waggulu mu woteeri andakiro abaana baffe tubakwate ku mikono. Let us keep peace and security in this area. This is a business area. Please hold the hand of your young ones. Let them be here. This is our designated area. This is where
Bobi Wine, the future president, the now generation, M76, the win, Bobi Wine, Chakula, Kanjogere mu Uganda, Bobi Wine, Chagulanyi. This is the third time nga tusinkana. Twasembayo tusinkana ku reunion ya UID Makerere mu Rugby Grounds. Twakusinkana katono naye Bobi Wine tweyanza. Ekintu kimu, we want to thank you for everything you've done. But more so, I'm requesting you, please, Bobi Wine, when you go back home, engage the university fraternity, all the universities. Struggle so naziba zetaaga sente naye tuba tukimanyi nti if you engage the university students, ekintu kino kigenda kuba biga era kibalukenga bomu nga mu luyumba lwewayimba. So the good thing Mbogo, the Royce Mbogas bonna bali ku ground era they can bring these guys on board. The Rukanga Martins, the what, these people are ready to get us moving. Tuli wano tunoonya kajja naye tujjaka batumanyi struggle zeetaaga ki sente naye kyekyo kyokka kyembadde njagala okugamba. Banana abavubuka kino kibeere kiriya Museveni tetuli bazukulubo mukulu Kyagulanyi Bosco mugambe tetuli bazukulube. There is nothing as powerful as an idea whose time has come. Bosco ne wanaakola ki? The time has come. Ne wanaakuyagala okutta Kyagulanyi n'atamukwasa tujja kwambaza ekidomola engoye tumuggyeko kitukulembere. Bosco tumukoye mukulu Kyagulanyi tukumanyigane ekibuga kyane kyangu. Nze ndi muyizi wano nsoma amateeka era najja wano kusoma naye nsoma naye simanyi oba we mbalo soma nyina omulimu e Uganda. Yinza okuba mmala budde sente nsasula nyingi nnyo ku ssomero nasomye Makerere emyaka 3 ne baŋŋamba tebijja kukola genda ogatteko mu Amerika. Yinza okuba mmala budde mukulu Kyagulanyi bavubuka tetulina byakukola nze saalizema winta bino siyagala njagala mbeere ne digiri yange ne Makerere yalinkoleze nyumba efiru gitandika okukola kati tukoze batya emirimu nze sirikambateko bano mwana. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to thank the Kenyans who are with us in this struggle. Wandugu yetu na wadada yetu ya Kenya, asante sana. Tulifurahi kabisa mlisimama pamoja na sisi kwa hii struggle yetu ya kufukuza mzee atoke kwa nchi yetu ya Uganda. Ameiba kila kitu. Wana Kenya, kama mmepata shida pia mnatupigia kwa sisi pia mtakuwafu tusimame na nyinyi.
Thank you so much. Before we get the next question from my sister Agnes, the bus to New York, please. I want you to get this phone number 617-803-6187. That's Brother John Molinde. The bus is $40. 617-803-6183. The bus is $40. We are departing on the 26th. Wednesday is going to be 6:30, St. Mary's School Street in Waltham. Then we'll be heading to the United Nations to continue to press until Uganda becomes a free country.
The reason why we are going to New York, let it be clear to everybody. The reason why you took a number New York is to expose the total lie that President Museveni is going to tell the nations, the UN. We're going to preempt everything that is going to tell them. We are organized, President Museveni this time, coming to New York. We are organized. New York is not going to be easy for you. We shall hand you over to the entire world, and you will know exactly how bad you have driven this country. Mandange Mwewan is in number 618386183 mwami mulinde wuno wano tukubira essimu ogambe nti nja kubeera kubeera organize okutwala bus. Thank you so much.
Okay. Discussing all this information, before Honorable answer the question, let us get the second question from this young lady, Agnes. Agnes, please, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. People power. People power. I'm here because I came here to study. I'm a history major from University of Massachusetts, Boston. I'm in law school right now, and I'm finishing next year. My word here was to all young Ugandans back home that these are our rights. There are some rights that God gave us just by creation, and Museveni tells us that he's helping us to even protest. We are supposed to be able to speak, and Museveni tells us that we don't have that right. I'm telling all young Ugandans back home, do not leave Honorable Kyagulanyi and all the other people who are suffering. Get involved. Taxi drivers, border people are going to protest right now. Transport them. That is how civil rights movement here succeeded. People helped each other. People have to support each other. Give them time off. To all liberate our country. Museveni because he uses divide and rule. He divides us by tribe, by religion, by all sorts of divisions, and by economic status. So people are in some status treat others badly. In this movement to succeed, we need everyone. We need our cause, we need our border, we need our taxi. Involved. So whatever getting involved, get them involved. Bayande oliyetaaga ride muwe ride muba tosobodde waayo olukumi omuntu asobole okukola ki. Everyone has been part of this movement succeeding. Numbers are very important. So I'm really grateful to the people here, but buli omu
my wife.
Thank you. People power.
Two more questions. The Honorable will answer all these questions, then we'll let him go. A question from my brother.
Good evening, everybody. This question goes to Robert Chagulanyi. As a journalist, I felt that it's good to hold you accountable. On one of the shows you appeared on Strength of Africa, I remember you were asked a question about the vision you have for Uganda. It would be good to, for purposes of guiding our young people and also our youth, to tell us if you have any vision as far as, you know, what next for Uganda, because a number of people have been questioning your vision or whether it's just a slogan and it ends there. That's number one. Number two, your lawyer, Robert Amsterdam, is a man of deep pockets. He's been dubbed as an agent who basically has literally run or better still funded you to be able to destabilize what is going on back home. So I wanted you to get a sense of
to save ourselves from any other penalties, number one. Number two, to also keep this place open for us, even next time when we decide to come back, but then also to kill. So we are looking where the number of Sindikapo cash up, the number of Sindikapo said, please, 617, I would like to say that right now, writing down this number. Because I know you don't have cards, you have money on your cards. 617-803-6183. And I'm not going to allow my name. Second, honorable Jagwe next time, or any other member. We need to pay this 617-803-6183. Please, Mr. Molina, let us know if cash is coming in. Please, Mr. Molina, you should let us know if money is coming in. If you have cash, box 78 out. This is very open. Fundraiser is open. We need to sell ourselves and protect our name. And then you're going to give our peace and you. We don't go to a hotel because of Suda. We have to pay this. What we did. Okay. Honorable, get up what day you use beside your car. Write down, just ask, be brief and precise. Just 3 questions and we go.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joe Malika. Hi, and I'm going to be really brief. So, my question is not accepted. How are we guaranteed that we can go back to Uganda and not have to worry about coming back? Because we've had numerous reports that a lot of people have been going back due to protesting out here, and they're not going to be able to make it back. So, how are we guaranteed that we'll be able to go back and come back?
Struggle kujirima beka tujiwagira ebibuzo bya structures wanga bosco awadde atubira mu bululu yesiga obululu n'agenda byayagala tukola tya okuweza ekintu kino kyobudde bwe tulina ndaba kutonoyo tukola tya okukozesa speed okulaba nga tulina structures wansi okulaba nga buli kaluuko nageteeka mu boxi kabeera akawunti ekiko byasobola okuba tracking oba nejosebo webalira kyakulanyi nze bakutalikyali biyombya bina organization bagiyita international forum for democracy mbadde kubuuza ekibuuzo ekikulu ennyo nga european union bwe yatuwadde vote mu 7 tukoze kyokufuna vote ne resolution ku un tukoze tutya okufuna resolution ku uganda kintu
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mine is a humble request. 75% mukomera eruzira, they are all Muslims. Bebadiddeyo. Sebo bw'onoogenda e Kampala, onoobeera epoliisi y'abantu abo ne babeera nga babata kubanga abasilamu babatukyalize bawokyesa paasi naye onoobeera polisi yaabwe okubeera nga babata abekyakulanyi people power honorable ekibuuzo kyange mbadde kulaba ngaoyogera eri Al Jazeera ewashaka wayogedde naye n'akubuuza ekibuuzo would you run the race come 2021 n'ogamba it is not about you it is about the people kati nganze supporter wo diehard wo I want to know come 2021 are you ready for the race?
Never forget you guys from Kenya. We love you and we respect you. Thank you very much. My brother Ronnie Mayanja asked 2 questions. Although I had some people disapproving of his questions, I want you to listen and listen very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie Mayanja asked a question that I was also asked not only once but quite many times. What is our vision for Uganda? Ladies and gentlemen, we must learn to be tolerant. We must be different. If the people were fighting against an intolerant, we must be the direct opposite, being tolerant. Let us engage with reason. Let us respect views that are different from ours so we can continue to learn from each other. So getting back to my brother Ronnie Mayanja, he asked what is the vision for Uganda. I talked about it in my speech. My sister who was here kind of talked about it. Unfortunately, I didn't get her name. But still, I'll try to answer it and mention what I did mention. I will first remind you that an artist like me from Nigeria called Chinua Achebe was asked in the 80s when I was still a baby what the problem with Nigeria was. Those days Nigeria was facing the exact challenges that Uganda is facing. He was asked what is the problem with Nigeria. This was his answer. He said the problem with Nigeria is not the people. It is not the trees or the rivers or the lakes or climate or forests of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is the leadership and governance. We are at that particular point, ladies and gentlemen. There's no problem with Ugandans. We are very good people. We have intelligent men and women. We have strong men and beautiful women. We have nice food. There's no problem with our water. There's nothing at all. The problem with Uganda. Our problem is bad governance. Our country is misgoverned. Abakulembeze baffe tebakyaswala baswaza buswaza. So what do we hope to do? We want our involvement to create a better Uganda, a different Uganda which is well governed, which is governed according to the benefit of the people, the majority, not the benefit of the leaders. And yes, where leaders are servants of the people. Our country is not poor, we have a very rich country. And we want a country where the natural resources are benefiting the citizens equally, regardless of what region you come from. That is our vision for Uganda. Okay? We want to live in a Uganda which is not so deeply divided like it is now. Our country is so divided, there's so much yet. We don't want to live in a country like that. And it's not just for us the people, but even the leaders who want a country where a former president can peacefully live in the country even when he's not president anymore. That is the Uganda that we want. Okay? So we envision a country that makes sense for everybody, a country that you will miss coming back to. My brother Rodi Manager, that is our vision for Uganda. How we achieve that? It will take me and you and her and him. It will take all of us. I've said it before and I will say it again. We have talents even here. If it only happens like this and Uganda gets well governed, and we get all of you talented and educated people back home, can you imagine how quickly we can transform Uganda? We sure can. So that is our vision for Uganda. My brother Ronnie Manager asked another question. He saw the lawyers that came to defend me, like Mr. Robert Amsterdam and all the friends of Uganda. And yes, he listened to the narrative back home. You see, Uganda, when they are struggling for freedom, President Museveni was all over the international community. If it's not Sweden, it's England. If it's not England, it is America, and so on. And indeed, that has been the way, because they only come here not to request for help, to make home safe. They go to the international community to borrow money that you and your children and your grandchildren will have to pay. However, I'm also glad to inform you that my brutalization attracted attention the world over. And it opened the eyes of the world to Uganda. And the people came in from the international community to support us. But you must know that this struggle is a genuine freedom struggle that is homegrown. So because the regime back home has no explanation for this, they've come up with fake stories. All the white people that are my friends, even those that are more broke than me, have been labeled as my sponsors. I'm here to inform you, ladies and gentlemen, that we are not being funded with anybody. As a matter of fact, we are broke. Okay? So, it is at that very juncture that I will call upon all of you. Any way you can support friends at home, please do. We have a problem that every time we are arrested, the bail money we are charged is too high. It is $1 million plus. These are people that don't have jobs. These are people that are protesting because their condition is terrible. And the state is even making it harder for them to even get bail. Whenever we are arrested, we are charged in courts of law that are more than 300 kilometers from where we live. I'll give an example of Eddie Mutwe. He was taken to Gulu, where not even his mother can transport herself to. They're trying so much to strain us. So we are depending on you, ladies and gentlemen. Mubale nechaliwo ngomumanyi temugana kubana kubasindikira kaswazi. Alali kamabulire mazima kubanga ze show zange bazilemesa. ate nga twagala otukulirira so kabalekeshoka tukubisa eriyala embi. So whenever you can, please give assistance back home. Whenever you can. I hope I've answered those questions. My brother, the designer, Malaika, asked, how are we guaranteed that we will come back from Uganda after protesting? Bro, I protest and I live in Uganda. Okay? We protest and we live in what? In Uganda. So, don't be scared. These people, after all, are not even as sophisticated as you think. But now we... You don't have to be scared of anything. At the end of the day, you're not committing any crime. I will not leave here without mentioning our comrade Katoka Jubi, who was arrested from home. But that is actually helping us to have the regime expose itself further and further. My brother mentioned the issue of structures. Yes, that's important. But please start from wherever you are. We need structures everywhere. Don't tell me about structures, build them, and when I will come, just show me the structures. This is not my thing. You don't have to ask me for permission to do what is right. Just go right ahead and do what you gotta do. My brother asked, how do we get a UN resolution for Uganda? As if you don't watch TV. Things are moving, my brother, things are moving. You saw the resolution of the European Union Parliament. And I guess the world is not blind. For the first time, I am glad to inform you that the world eyes are wide open and focused. The voice for the incarcerated Muslims. I know that the Muslim brothers and sisters have faced the blunt side of the impunity back home. But the pain is not just limited to the Muslims. It is all of us. So the freedom we're fighting for is for everybody. So we know and we continue to engage with our Muslim brothers and sisters so that it is not as usual. We do not continue to suffer in isolated cases. Dr. Martin Luther told us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So if a Muslim brother or sister is facing injustice, that injustice is being faced by all of us. So we stand together and we will continue to fight together. I don't know if I should answer this question the millionth time. My little sister asked whether I'm intending to run. The president. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, our challenge as we speak right now is to continuously galvanize all of us. I believe even in this room we have more than 10 people who can be presidents of Uganda. So we must not limit our vision to the presidency. It's unfortunate that in our generation we've grown up looking at the president as a demigod. He has made the presidency so powerful, which is wrong. The president is the one who appoints everybody. And yes, of late the president has to walk to the ghetto to keep handing out money and cash. Okay? That is not what we're looking at. Everybody has a role to play. You and I. And whatever role is there to play, we should start playing it now. then later will take care of itself. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Those were the questions, and I hope there are no more questions. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Eri abo abatusondeddeko akaswazi, mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Engeri esobola nabo okuyambagana ne baganda baffe ewaka. I pray that one day we'll have a free country and I will have the liberty to become a musician again, to entertain you guys again, and to become a free citizen again. We have a brother here called Nasa Mugerwa, but I've not seen him. Njagadde neme kuba kulunga tulina kigambo kyowadde bantu kubanga nsomo ku bantu abalinga boogera ku byobufuzi nga sinaba natandika birowoozaako naye ndi musanyufu nti nange mbadde inspired n'ebigambo byo sabozeko nawe banabe esanyusa okubalaba. Omugenyi waffe tusaze okulaba ebigambo bampadde dakiika emu sirina bigambo byenyinegera kwogera wabula njagala kwebaza mwenna abasobodde okujja mu lukuŋŋaana olwaleero. Beebaza okuba nti ekintu nakitandika abantu nga bandabanga oba omuntu ayogera ekintu ekitaliyo, naye olwaleero ffenna bwe tubanga tuli ku boodi nga tutegedde nti omulabe waffe ali omu tulina kukwatira wamu omutaboso ebale kubanti olwaleero ffenna olugendo lwaffe luli lumu, olugendo otutuusa mu nsi ensuubizi. Beebaza okuba nti meseji zange zonna mbadde muzisheyalinga, beebaza amasimu gonna ge munkubidde, mwebale kuba nti musabye omuganda waffe Robert Kyagulanyi okuba nti avudde mu mikono gy'akanywa omusaayi. Naye ekigambo kyange ekisembayo, Museveni ekigambo kyabadde agamba bulijjo, tukota piri ya gaali yayingira na nnyondo ajja kuvaamu na nnyondo. Abaganda bagamba ni mpulukutu za musota mukama bakuume.
Emberayo ddala Honorable Kyagulanyi tukwebazizza obudde bw'otuwadde, twebazizza okutuzaamu amaanyi n'okutugumya n'okukakasa nti oddayo Kampala era oyobole okutukiikirira. Bannanga abatuuze ab'omu Boston n'abavudde wala wa Boston, mwebale nnyo okujja, naye nnyinza kusembyayo kano mukawulirize. Twagambye sente ezo tubazitudomifotnobazitasobola. Thank you so much. Tugenda kukwasa bannaye tugalawo mukulu Kyagulanyi kano ke kasembayo ssebo mutuule bannange tukulozinge Pastor Mutyaba amale okusoma tukakkane omugenyi engeri n'atusangawo tukkirize mu Uganda tukkirize omugenyi n'amala okufuluma naffe tulyoke tufulume. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Mutyaba, please mwanzika amatu.
Abasibo ne bannyabo, Honorable Bobi Wine, Honorable Kyagulanyi, nze Musumba Mutyaba Samwiri, nebaza Katonda okuba nti Mukama akutuusizza wano w'otuuse. Basibo ne bannyabo, mu buli mulembe wabaawo in every generation where there is a need, God will raise up a man. In the days of Moses, God had to raise up Moses to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt. I have a few words for you Honorable Chagulanyi, if all the people now around the world are looking at you as someone in whom they have hope, I pray to the Lord that you will not let down the people. You have, Honorable Chagulanyi, could you listen to this? Could you listen to this? Yeah? I pray that you may not let down the people. President Museveni came, as you were saying on Al Jazeera the other day, he came with the same message and all the words as you are saying right now. But with time, he was corrupted, and the words you used, power corrupts. So our prayer for you is that you will not become corrupted. We pray that you shall stand on the principles of God. We pray that you may always remember the ghetto people, as you have always said. You remember the people everywhere around the world who are crying for help. It's not about you. People need help. So may God be with you. President Obama, when he went to Israel, before he became president, one thing he prayed about was, Lord, help me that I may not get proud. May you remain humble as you are. The one who has brought you from below to always stand, continuing motivating the people for a better change. Everybody agrees that Uganda needs change. The people are suffering, people need change. So may you continue the struggle. We shall continue to pray for you, and God will be there for you. Could we stand up? We are going to sing the national anthem, which is a prayer. Many of you may not know, but Ugandan national anthem is a prayer. Is that all Uganda, may God uphold thee. You know, let us all stand as men, as people of God. Let us stand, continue to pray for Uganda. This is just a mere man. Without the hand of God, he can also fail. I've added to his slogan, people power, our power. Our power, people power. God's power, supreme power. Without that power, indeed, we cannot make it in this struggle. Could you stand with me and let us sing? Oh, Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. Could you stop that, please? Still stop that. We want to sing in our own voices. We can. Stop it, stop it. It is in another key. Okay, let us sing again. It is a prayer. Let us respect this prayer. Once again, go with me. Oh, Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. Our Lord in heaven, we pray that you shall hold Uganda in your hand. We pray that the power that can only transform, that the power which can transform, which only comes from you, will come and transform Uganda. Lord, you know the right people that we need to take Uganda forward. Bobi Wine is just a single man. He cannot do all the work that has to be done. You have set him up as a captain. Lord, we pray for him that he shall be a good captain. At the end of this struggle, we don't know who you shall place there to be president, as the Bobi Wine has said in his words. But we pray that whoever you shall choose will lead Uganda
in the right direction. I remember the words of the Vice President Samson Kiseka many years ago, when he said that Uganda, if governed well, can become a first world within 20 years. 20 years have gone by. 30 years have gone by. And we are at the bottom of the poorest. Lord, I pray that you shall give us the leaders who will get our nation to the first world. We love you. God in heaven, take care of everyone. This I pray, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for all